I am José Manuel García-Lomas Allen-Perkins, President and first consultant of the firm García-Lomas Allen-Perkins, the ADO Corporation. Today we begin with this new series of videos, the presentation of development of something as essential in the communication between human beings as the oral expression techniques, also known internationally as public speaking. Throughout my professional life as consultant and trainer, I have been developing all types of sales forces and management, working with all kinds of multinational companies in all economic sectors in the business world, which could be summarized in more than 40 years in almost 3,000 days, developing training courses, seminars, and coaching. When we talk about oral expression techniques, the public speaking, we refer to two important aspects. First, the way we talk, how we say it, with two aspects: the form, part 1, how to use our voice, with 10 points to deal with, and the form, part 2, our personal appearance, with 3 points to deal with. And by the other hand, we refer to the second aspect, the content, what we say, with 3 points. 1, the opening, our beginning. Secondly, the topic we are dealing with. And thirdly, the closing, our end. In this video, we are going to focus on the form, the how we say it, and what are the objectives that we pursue with these videos. In the first place, increase our knowledge, skills, and training in the development of communication techniques, both direct face-to-face and to speak in public, the public speaking. Secondly, to express ideas and get them accepted, selling ideas. In third place, to make presentations and hold meetings agile, structured, and goal-oriented. And with all this, we will be able to increase our confidence in front of the groups and develop our communication techniques. Let's start with the development of the attention curve. As we see in our scheme, within the coordinate axis, we place the vertical axis called ordered, the attention that is given to us by an interlocutor or a group of people to whom we address ourselves. While in the horizontal axis, called abscisses, we place the time factor. In this way, when we begin our presentation, we will have to get the attention of the interlocutor or the group to grow as the time of our exposition goes by, developing a curve called the attention curve, which will reach a maximum point after a certain time, and from which the attention decays, falls down. Therefore, we have a limited time to capture the attention of the group and keep it in crescendo before the attention of the group collapses and stops fully attending us. We are not discovering anything new, because as many of us, as often as we talk to someone, we catch that by his lost look or by answers that do not fit to the case, we realize that person has already lost attention and is being showered by my words, but my messages not longer penetrates him. It will be a sign that the attention curve, for whatever reason, has declined so much that they no longer listen to me. And the question is how to achieve a good development of our attention curve. First, with a good content, that is to say, what do we say? And secondly, with a good form in the say, how we say it. When content and form are properly integrated, we will achieve the result of a magnificent attention curve that goes in crescendo, with which we will guarantee that the attention of the interlocutor, being a person or an audience, remains in time, and so they can capture the message that I am sending them, and hopefully with all the intention that I put in exposing my message. Today we are going to deal with a part of the public speaking that is often not properly attended, and that is the way we speak, that is, how do we say it. Let us enter now in the form, how do we say it, in the oral expression techniques, with two aspects. First, how do we use our voice, with 10 points to be treated, and secondly, our personal appearance, with 3 points to deal with. How to use our voice? First, correct breathing, deep abdominal breathing, yogic breathing, taking air from below upwards in the lung, getting a full emptying and filling of the air in our lungs. In addition, a good degree of oxygenation of our body helps us to control the emotional state and overcome the stage fright or scenic fear. Second, clarity in our speech. Are we talking or making noise? We vocalize or we murmurize. We must speak clearly, fluently, and avoid clearing hesitation, repeat words, sound phrases like that is, well, then, anyway, what I mean, really, etc., etc. And sounds like a all this interferes with our thoughts. If we stop analyzing the way people talk, we'll get big surprise. Third, pronunciation, dictation, articulation. If there is no good pronunciation, the interlocutor or the audience does not understand and does not listen or ceases to listen. Here we have a place for improvement. Vocalization is to pronounce all the vocabulary and words. There are people who eat the words. There are people with lazy mouth that do not move lips. You have to exercise the jaws. Example, I. There are inherent problems in the communication difficult to avoid. This one, the vocalization, we can avoid it, therefore resolve it. 4. Variations in speech. It is the variation in horizontal. People who speak slow and people who speak fast and very fast. If there is an imbalance between slow and fast talking, it is better to talk slowly than to talk fast. By speaking very fast, we prevent a good vocalization, and also the receptor, the audience, has more difficulties interpreting the message. 5. Variation in volume. It is the variation in vertical. People who speak in a high, loud voice and people who speak in a soft, weak volume of voice. Why we recommend the use of a low voice? First, because the audience concentrates better, and second, because the speed automatically decreases. Here you also have to look for a good balance, because the uniformity in our volume and speed in our speaking kills the audience and the interest of the audience, because they provoke monotony. 6. Tone variation. The modulation of the voice with the variations of tone, sometimes severe, in other acute, breaks the monotony of the emission, and the monotony in the expression kills the interest and the attention of the audience. 7. Pauses. Pauses are one of the most important tools of the speaker. The pauses always seem long and are much less long than we think. Pause equal to time between words and phrases used to emphasize words and ideas. What creates music? The rhythm. And what creates rhythm? Pauses. The breaks and pauses are enormously effective and necessary if well used. Always after a question to get an answer, and especially if the question is a rhetorical that does not require a response, since you answered yourself after a good pause. Always after an important message for the assimilation of the message. Always at the beginning of a new point as a wake-up call. You have to vary the pauses, since the pauses create the rhythm, and they are a great technique in the conversation and in life if well used. 8. Intensity. It is the correct combination of volume and speed. When we get a correct volume and speed in the use of our voice, then we begin to have a correct intensity. The intensity is like a third dimension, which arises from the correct combination of volume and speed. It can be expressed as a degree of energy in the expression. It is the vehemence of the voice, property that depends on the greater or lesser amplitude of the sound waves. 9. Phrases and emphasis. We refer to the content and construction of the sentences. We do not have to use phrases so long that they leave us without air. We also refer to each person's way of speaking and where the emphasis is placed on the phrase. In a good exposition, it is noted by the emphasis what is the objective pursued by the speaker. Emphasis equal to the set of tones, volume and facial expression, which is used to highlight an important point. With the emphasis, we underline words or phrases. 10. Feeling and empathy. We must get through our empathy with our interlocutor, group or audience, and are feeling insane that the group feels what I'm feeling. Remember that our soul is tripartite, which is think, feel, and want. Therefore, when communicating, we not only transmit rational and intellectual aspects of thinking, but also emotions and feelings that have a strong impact on the audience. In the next video, Public Speaking, the way we talk, the form part 2, we will develop our personal appearance with 3 points to deal with. If you are interested in our videos, I suggest that you give a like and subscribe to our channel.